right, so we might see some action out there. We might see some production activity. We've also had shows like Bel Air filming out here on the lot, Lopez versus Lopez, Quantum Leap. Hey, last call for 3D glasses. If you did get a pair of glasses, raise your hands. We have some people in the fourth car there that need glasses. Keep your hands up high if you need glasses. Okay, we do need a pair of glasses in the fourth car if that's okay. Thank you guys. We're gonna have one of our team members grab you a pair. Keep your hands up in the sky once they're walking back your way. Okay, we see you, we see you. Okay, good, good, good. I need to introduce, my special celebrity guest star for the tour. You guys probably know him. He's very famous. He's the host of The Tonight Show, the host of That's My Jam on NBC, and he's also a really good friend of mine. He just bought me a churro yesterday. Isn't that sweet? Say hello to my bestie, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Universal Studios Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Alex.
And the greatest driver.
Al.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Alex.
It's supposed to be $5.
Oh.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, you say to
Okay, sorry Jimmy. I thought the churro was a gift, but my bad. I'll pay back. First up, safety rules. If you need guest assistance or you have a medical emergency or you drop something of value off the side of the tram or have any sound or video issues, reach up, grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle, use that red cord if you need any assistance. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone and you just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord, remain seated. No smoking allowed, and be prepared. Our tour features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and water effects. So you're going to want to have out your cameras, your cell phones, just keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and the safety of those around you, do not use selfie sticks while on board the tour. All right, well, we have covered all the ground rules, which means it's time to hit the ground running into our studio. This is where we leave the theme park behind, folks. Right now, we are at the border of our theme park and our movie studio. Here we go. Into the studio. Woo! We love this hill. Best ride in the park, folks. This is the Universal movie timeline. Off to the right of the tram, you're going to see movie posters from just a few of our favorite films here at Universal. We've most likely made a few of your favorite films because, frankly, well, we've just made a lot of films, you understand? The odds are good. We've been here making movies since 1915. Yeah, we're over 100 years old. And it all started with one guy, a guy named Carl Laemmle. Carl was the founder of Universal. He was originally a German immigrant. He moved to America in 1884 and became obsessed with the art of motion picture. So much so that he dreamt of creating a one-stop shop for movie making. He wanted to make a place where everything for a film could happen from start to finish. In fact, he wanted to make an entire city devoted to the craft of film, and that's what he ended up making, a city. This is not Hollywood, this is not Studio City or Burbank, no, we're in Universal City, our very own filmmaking city. To the right-hand side here, you're going to see our city fire station, Fire Station 51. And this fire station is a real fire station, it is not a set, okay? This is a real fire station, it has to be, because to be a real city, you've got to have a few things that all cities must have. So you got to have a fire station, a sheriff's station, a zip code, and at least one Starbucks coffee. You got to have one, right? So we got everything a city requires except for residents. No one lives here. Instead, we have artists that come together every day to bring you guys your favorite TV shows and movies. Now, where do we film these shows and movies, you must be wondering? Well, most of the filming that happens here on the lot happens in these great big buildings we call sound stages. We have 36 sound stages here on the property, and they're in the first half, mostly, of our lot. We call the first half the front lot. It's where a lot of the sound stages are and a lot of our other production facilities. The lot is broken into two halves, the front lot, and then we're going to go to the back lot. So starting here on the front lot, our largest and oldest sound stage is here off to the left-hand side, Soundstage 12. It was built back in 1928 for the movie musical Broadway, and since then it's housed some of the most memorable scenes in all of filmmaking history, like these. All of these scenes took place in that same stage right there. Now, we haven't always used sound stages. When we first opened, we were making silent films. It wasn't until the late 1920s we got the ability to make movies with sound, or as we called them then, the talking pictures. When we started making the talkies, find a way to capture all the talking without also capturing a bunch of background noise. So we needed soundproof stages, hence the name, sound stages. And now buildings like these are where 80 to 90% of all filming in the industry takes place. Their walls are 4 times thicker than typical walls and heavily insulated, making them about 98% soundproof. That way it's always quiet on set, just the way we like. These buildings also help us control another aspect of filmmaking, the light. Right? When the doors are shut, it's completely dark inside, so the filmmakers get to start from scratch, creating whatever lighting effects they need. They can film daytime scenes in the middle of the night, nighttime scenes in the middle of the day. Doesn't matter what's happening outside, we control the light inside of these structures. Now you're seeing a lot of plants out here in front of sound stages 7 and 8. These are set decoration pieces that would go in and decorate one of the sets. And it might be going into this stage here, which is where they're filming Bel Air Season 3. You guys heard of Bel Air? It's the dramatic retelling of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. The first and second season you can now watch on Peacock. It stars Jabari Banks as Will and Ollie Charlatan as his cousin Carlton. And they've been hard at work over the past several weeks getting ready for Season 3 and even doing some primary filming for the season. They've also filmed over here in Stage 14. You see that? Stage 14 is one of our largest sound stages as well. They've been using this for a lot of famous TV shows over the years. Superstore with America Ferrera filmed in there. It's where they had the Cloud9 breakthrough. They also had sets for the Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling in that space. Also done a few very famous movie sets and movie scenes from famous films like Jurassic Park, Apollo 13, and Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That movie actually turned Stage 14 into the top amount trumpet for that film starring Jim Carrey. We make every type of production here on the lot, folks. It's not just movies and TV shows, but we also do commercials, music videos, promotional videos. You know, I said commercials. We got the PayPal commercial going on here a little bit in the distance. We make a lot of television in the stages to the right-hand side, though. These have been TV stages for a very long time. From back when we were making TV sitcoms like Different Strokes and Who's the Boss. We made Sabrina the Teenage Witch here in these stages. We made dramas like Coach, Parenthood, Desperate Housewives all here on the lot. Right now we're next to 16 and 17. This is where they brought you all 4 seasons of Never Have I Ever, starring my trainee Robin Christian. It's also where they brought you the first season of Based on a True Story with Peele Cuoco just last year. Right next door, we're going to see stages 17 and 18, excuse me. This is where they brought you, or excuse me, 18 and 19. This is where they brought you all 4 seasons of The Good Place with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. After that, they did a little Mr. Mayor here with Ted Danson, and now they're filming a new show. It stars Ted Danson. Yeah, so Ted Danson loves this stage. He keeps coming back. Because sometimes you just want to go where everybody knows your name, and that's sort of his thing. So, cheers to Ted Danson. And cheers to our other favorite Ted, our teddy bear Ted, drinking a large, ice-cold generic beer. Hey, buddy, how you doing? He just got his own TV show. Did you guys hear about Ted's show? Here, I'll let Seth MacFarlane tell you more about it. He's the expert.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at the Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1980s. After you have a stage, the house, and you recreate downtown Boston in the book, TED, using exterior sets and facades you're about to see on the tour. But I warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences. Kids going down a route.
Sorry, Ted. All right, folks, we are getting ready to pull into our active production area, okay? It's what we call a quiet zone for that commercial PayPal. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be crossing from the front lot to the back lot. The back lot is where we keep our large-scale exterior sets, so you're going to get to see a lot more stuff from here on out. But this first part, I'm going to have to be silent for, so keep your eyes on your screens. If there's nothing else to see, I'll play some silent videos to go along with what you might be seeing around you. Keep your eyes out for the active production for that commercial, PayPal. They're filming in the Back to the Future set, the Courthouse Square set, so you'll see a little bit of that as we pull in. I'm going to be off the mic for the next few minutes, okay, so bear with me. I'll be back as soon as I can. Enjoy the view. follows, but sound carries out here on the left. So I'm going to cut my microphone for the next 3 minutes. I'll be back ASAP. In the meantime, watch the silent video I'm going to play on your screens. We did it. And just in time, because I gotta get you guys to the Universal picture card lineup. Get out your phone, your cameras, excuse me. We're hitting the road, Jack. A picture car is any vehicle seen in TV or film. Anytime a car's on screen, it's a picture car. It doesn't have to work, doesn't have to move, doesn't even have to technically be a car. Any vehicle qualifies, so boats, planes, motorcycles, even trams can be picture cars. And we've lined up a few of our favorite picture cars off to the left-hand side, so let's check them out. First up on the lineup is the Deuce Coupe from American Graffiti, a George Lucas film, the film that kickstarted his career before he brought you Star Wars. We got some cars here from Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2. The ones from the sequel are my favorites. They're supposed to fly. They're also supposed to be from the year 2015. You know, the future. Got another flying car here from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Here's the secret. That's just one out of 17 and a half versions of the car they made and used for the movie. They had to have a bunch of stunt doubles for it to accomplish the different stunt scenes they had to do, all with the same vehicle. At the end of the lineup, there's a tank from Transformers. Be careful, it's very powerful. It's made out of super high-tech plywood. Careful. You might get a splinter. No, it's just wood. It's just painted to look like metal. We have incredible artists here in this industry that can take surfaces like plastic and plywood, paint it up to look like anything. And we use a lot of plywood because A, plywood's cheap. That's good. B, it's light. That's helpful. If we make something out of plywood, we can move it around a lot easier than something made out of metal. And C, we don't feel bad about blowing it up. That's a bonus. We love to blow stuff up in our action-adventure movies. Oh, speaking of which, right now I want to take you guys to a little island off the coast of Costa Rica where the biggest thing we ever blew up was Jeff Goldblum's career, and now he's a big star. You're welcome, Jeff.
Welcome to Jurassic.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Hammond. Here we go. This is where we keep set pieces and props from the original trilogy, including some more picture cars. Yes. Jurassic Park has been around for over 30 years now. That first movie coming out 30 years last year. Off to the left-hand side, you're going to see the mobile lab from the second film, The Lost World. It's an extra long picture car that's also made mostly out of plywood. Can you believe it? I'm telling you, we make everything out of plywood, including our dinosaur cages to the right, which probably isn't the smartest idea now that I think about it, because dinosaurs have sharp teeth, right? They could probably chew through wooden cages if they really wanted to. I wonder why they haven't escaped. Oh no, look out everybody, the dinosaurs are on the loose! Uh-oh. Wow, I'm totally caught off guard. This is terrible. I'm so sorry, everyone. I swear this only happens every single time we drive by. Whoops. Look up on your screen. Let me show you the mobile lab you just saw. In action. Here it is in The Lost World. This is the scene that necessitated this extra long vehicle being made out of plywood because it had to be light enough for them to dangle it precariously off of a rainforest cliff like this. It'd be even cooler if that was a real rainforest cliff, but that's a parking garage covered in some dirt. Looks good though, right? They filmed this scene at night and added a bunch of rain to make it even scarier. And rain always works for that purpose. See, rain can increase the emotion, the tension of any scene it's used in. Think about it. Sad scenes get sadder in the rain. Romance scenes somehow get more romantic in the rain. I don't know why it works, but I've seen The Notebook, so I know it does. And scary scenes get way scarier. Now, studio tours, they get a lot more fun in the rain, and I'm going to prove that to you right now. Here we go into Old Mexico, where we're going to whip up a storm for you just the way we would for a movie. With one exception, we're going to add some sound effects to our storm. Typically, we would edit sound effects in after filming so it doesn't clash with the sound of the dialogue from the actors. But it's nice to have it here for the full effect. We got a storm like pre-explaining. Let's get the rain going with our weather team. Guys, cue the water. Yep. Here we go, and action. Yeah, this is how we make rain for the movies. We're using a very complicated, very intricate system. It's called a sprinkler. You heard of it? Shoots the water up and out, that way it falls back down as naturally as possible. Now we have a storm. If we were going to film here, we'd have to bring out some other equipment. If you don't light rain correctly, you can take a picture of it blurry. So the trick is to light from behind the water. To backlight it. That way it shows up nice and crispy. Hold on, I think we're getting too much water. Guys, cut the rain, would ya? Hey guys, where you at? You guys going lunch? Oh no. Oh no. It's too late. We gotta flash flood. Everybody take cover. Having some bad luck. But don't worry, it's not as bad as the luck that Paul Giamatti had in Big Fat Liar. Look at this. Paul Giamatti is an incredible actor, nominated currently for an Academy Award for his performance in The Holdovers, but he does not know how to handle a flood. You know who did better? Lady Gaga. She stood in that same flood and full-length gown for her music video for Judas. Refused to use a stunt person. She was very brave about it. Now, speaking of bravery, a lot of brave scenes have been filmed right here in the drier part of Old Mexico. Scenes from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse the Black Pearl, and Paramount's Nacho Libre with Jack Black, the bravest luchador. But if you're looking for the true home of the brave here at Universal, look no further than right here in the wild, wild west. Welcome to 6 Points, y'all. This is where we created some of the greatest westerns of all time with some of your favorite cowboys, like Death Street Rides Again with Jimmy Stewart and Miss Marlena Dietrich, or My Little Chickadee with Mae West and W.C. Fields. We added a couple of new favorite cowboys to our roster back in 2019 when they were here for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's latest, with Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio. A couple of no-name actors you probably never heard of, but they're very talented. These are truly our oldest sets on the lot, can you believe it? They look pretty good, we keep them up well, but these are the sets that were busiest when we first opened up in 1915. See, back then we were making mostly silent westerns. Made over 200 silent western shorts in our first year of filmmaking here on the lot. It's a lot of movies. How did we make so many movies? Well, we had 6 different western streets at the time. Now we have 2, but each of those 6 had their own bank, saloon, and jail. You could make pretty much one whole western on one of the streets. So we could make about 6 movies at the same time on the same set. Why? Because they were silent. Nowadays with sound, things have become so much more complicated. We gotta spread out our productions, or better yet, keep them in sound stages as much as possible to control the sound. Because if you hear a movie with bad sound, you know it. When you hear a movie with good sound, you can't tell, right? It sounds like it's supposed to. So we strive for that great sound quality in every single production. It's what really makes a production professional. Look to the far left, you'll see some of our best sound stages. Stage 31 is where they filmed The Voice. They just finished up season 24 and they're starting season 25 of that show. This little lake here is Park Lake. It's my favorite view on the property. It has 2 fountains and a whole family of adorable geese. They're so cute. Way cuter than the creature that used to inhabit that water, the gill man from Creature from the Black Lagoon. I tell you what, this guy did not look as cute eating breadcrumbs out of our hands, but he is a very terrifying monster, I'll give him that. See, he's a part of our monster legacy. Here at Universal, we're very famous for having made monster movies, mostly in the 30s and 40s. Frankenstein, Dracula, The Wolfman, The Invisible Man, The Bride of Frankenstein, all made by Universal here at Universal. A lot of those films made in the middle of the Great Depression. They actually kept us afloat during that time because they were low-budget films, didn't cost a lot to make, but earned us a bunch of profit at the theaters. They were so popular, these movies, and very scary. Sometimes they would put doctors and nurses on staff at movie theaters when they showed films like Frankenstein because people would faint from seeing Frankenstein's monster, and then they would be treated immediately by a medical team. Wild, right? We kind of became known for making scary movies here at Universal. We made a lot of scary disaster films in the 70s. In 1975, we made a movie so scary it kept people out of the ocean all summer long. It's us, from Steven Spielberg. We're going to go to Amity Island right now, and Amity means friendship. That's what we hope to witness here today, the start of a new friendship between the sharks and the humans of Amity. I know that sounds kind of unrealistic, okay, I do know that, but we've tried everything to solve our problem with the sharks except for good old-fashioned open dialogue. We haven't tried talking to the sharks, trying to work something out. So today we sent our best talker, George. He's going to meet with the leader of the sharks right now to hopefully form a truce. So let's see how it goes. This could be history in the making. Stay seated for me, folks. Good luck, George. Here we go. All right, this is good. They're talking, working it out. He's screaming. That's weird. And leaning on the leader. Oh, buddy. Okay, folks, stay seated. Don't panic. We do have a backup plan. We've attached some bait out there to that yellow barrel. Hopefully the shark takes the bait. And we'll be done with this. Okay, he took the bait. That's good. Wait. He took the knock. That's really not good. Is that gasoline spraying all over the place? Oh. Raise your hand if you're missing. Only if you're missing. Found you in the third car. That was easy. You in the second car. You're found. You're found. Found you. Everybody here? Great. What a relief. Folks, that was so scary. Great job. That's our mechanical shark, Bruce, modeled and nicknamed after the original shark. But he's not the original, and that's a good thing because this shark works. And I can't say the same for the OG. See for yourself, okay?
Nothing much more on the shark.
That is not working.
We just waited
I think he owes more to his editor, Verna Fields, because she was the one who was handed all the messy footage of the shark malfunctioning and was expected to put together a terrifying thriller with it. And she thought, that's not going to work. Maybe it's scarier what we don't actually see of the shark. So upon her request, they did a reshoot where they shot from the POV of the shark, as if the camera was the shark. Threw out all the bad footage, replaced it with the POV footage, and not only did it fix their movie, it made it scarier, kept the audience in suspense for longer. The film went on to be a huge hit, and Verna Fields took home the Oscar for editing that year. Off to the right-hand side, the Chicken Ranch from the best little whorehouse in Texas. This house marks the entrance to our residential section of the lot. We got a whole neighborhood out here full of traditional style homes that could be from anywhere USA. And today I'm going to get to take you down one of the most talked about streets in all of Hollywood history. And it's literally our busiest set on the entire property. So it is a rare occurrence that the street is even open for our guests. So lucky you guys. Let's go to Colonial Street, or you guys might call it Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives. But long before the Housewives were even a glimmer in some producers' eye, this street was here. And we've been using it for movies and TV shows over the decades. So let me show you around, starting on the left-hand side with this brown house here. This belonged to Jimmy Stewart and his Invisible Bunny friend in 1950s, Harvey. The purple house next door is 1313 Mockingbird Lane from the Munsters in the 60s. Next door to that is a yellow house they used for the Hardy Boys in the 70s. Most recently, it's been Davey's house in Never Have I Ever, if you've been watching that show. My favorite house, though, sits on the end of the street on the left-hand side. It's this gray house. It's where Dr. Dre and Eminem stood outside of a burned-down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches. Still were found out. They forgot about Dre music video. Very important cultural event for my generation. Doesn't matter what you're making, commercials, music videos, TV shows, movies, this street is the perfect street for your production. Why? Because nobody lives here. Yeah, there are no residents here, no nosy neighbors, no people to complain, no infrastructure problems. We make these houses. They're made out of plywood, foam, rubber, fiberglass, plastic, a good coat of paint, that's about it. And we can do whatever we want to them. We can blow them up, we can set them on fire. We can control every aspect of this street, even the seasons. Yeah, we get a lot of spring and summer out here in LA. If we want to create an East Coast fall for a movie or a TV show, we'd bring out colorful leaves, staple them up to the branches, make it look like fall. If we wanted it to be winter, maybe we'd call up a business called Snow Business, because there's no business like snow business. This is a real business that specializes in fake snow for movie sets. We turn this whole area into a winter wonderland. If you look off to the left-hand side, you'll see a blue house with 3 windows on top. This is the house they use often for Ted, not just the movies, but also the new TV show. Recently, they turned this house into a Halloween scene for the TV show. I can show you what it looks like up on your screens. Okay, pause for just a second. You see this house all dressed up for Halloween, the gravestones in the front yard. We film on the exterior of these houses. We don't do a lot of filming on the interior. We'd rather do that interior filming in our sound stages where we have better control over lighting and sound. So what we do is we film a little establishing shot on the outside of the house, then we'll cut to a scene that was really filmed inside of a sound stage, but when we cut the 2 shots together, it makes it look like it's all happening in the same spot. Here's how it works.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. You got 25 in this. Do you think we're getting too late for this?
Come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he hits a floor.
Folks, we're about 10 minutes away from the end of our tour. Just a reminder to stay seated, pull the red cord if you end up needing any assistance. I'm going to take you to a sci-fi thriller set. Not this one. The one off to the left-hand side is War of the Worlds, and it's currently under some construction. I'm going to take you to a set from a different sci-fi thriller, a movie called Nope, starring Keke Palmer, Steven Yeun, Daniel Kaluuya, Brandon Perea. We're going to go to a small-town theme park from the movie called Jupiter's Claim. Here to tell you more about it is writer-director Academy Award winner Mr. Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking room and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, I do. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. To showcase an unbelievable new live show. Not looking so live. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, gold rush frontier town, lies a space. Smack that in the center. Welcome to the world of Nope.
we weren't supposed to. Just a great example of using sound effects to build your suspense, put you on the edge of your seat, make you wonder what's about to pop out next. This is what they do with thriller movies and horror movies all the time. They're manipulating your emotions using your senses, and sound is a great way to manipulate you. The sound design on Nope was done by Johnny Byrne, excuse me. He used a combination of different wind sounds that he had collected over the years. You guys heard him in there, those wind sounds. He played the wind at different tones and frequencies to create different emotional affects throughout the entire movie, all using the same sound effect. Pretty impressive. Hold on one second. Hey, Al, are we being rerouted or something? Oh, okay, interesting. Change of plans. Seems like the security team has a bit of a safety concern. They've asked that we pull off the route into our designated safe spot, which is this truck repair shop. Okay, so stay seated for me. We'll figure this out, get back on the road ASAP. Sure it's nothing serious. They are sending somebody out here to tell us exactly what's going on. Do you guys see anybody in here? Hello? Anybody here?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. Man, it was on vibrate. Sean traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. Hit the nitrous! What happened to me? Ride or die!
You're welcome to join my tour anytime. But for today, that's it, folks. That was our grand finale. Now we're going back to the theme park. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned a little something new. And I hope you have a newfound appreciation for what happens here in Hollywood when they're bringing to life some of your favorite stories. You know, it takes a lot of people to make a movie. We always think about the actors, right? The Zendayas, the Tom Hollands, the Timothée Chalamets. But we never think about all those other amazing the lighting technicians, set builders, editors, visual effects artists, costume designers, writers, composers, even drivers, like your driver Al. Make some noise for Al, everybody. Make it noisy. Yeah, good job. Yeah, thanks, Al. Our drivers are the best. They actually work for films and TV shows, sometimes driving production vehicles, so they're an active part of the filmmaking process. We're very lucky to have them here supporting our tours as well. I know we can support you guys today at Universal, our Universal Studios Hollywood Pack. Showtimes for Waterworld, wait times for our rides, instructions on visiting Super Nintendo World, and things like closing time, which tonight is 7 p.m. If I reminded you of your favorite Universal movie or TV show you want to go watch again, you can find out how to stream and purchase our content online at uphe.com. To our annual pass holders for being back with us, if you would like to become an annual pass holder, you can actually take your single day ticket to the Universal box office and find out how to upgrade today. Then you can keep coming back and seeing me, your tour guide Alex. Folks, it was so much fun having you on board. I am going to hang out for a second, waving goodbye. So if you got any questions, comments, compliments, anything at all for me, come up and talk. And otherwise, get out of here and enjoy the rest of your fabulous day at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. As we say in the biz, that's a wrap. Bye, everybody. Thank you.